Dry January day 24, and it's Saturday, another sober Saturday. You have had 4 in a row, and it feels amazing, doesn't it? This feeling never, ever gets old. That's something you can be guaranteed of. And when the cravings and urges hit later, if they do, remember how you feel right now. And I wanted to address the people who feel like they're on the fence right now as to how they should move forward come February, whether they go back to drinking or stay on this sobriety journey. Remember your why. Why was it that back in 2025 you felt like you needed to take some time off from drinking? What were the cycles like? Where was your mental health? Where was your physical health? How were your relationships? Those are the questions you need to be asking yourself. And then focus on or make note of the benefits that you've seen since you've quit drinking. Your mental health, your sleep, your physical health. You probably look a lot better. Weigh those both out and then ask yourself the question, if I were to go back to drinking, how would it be different? What's changed that from December until February 1st, I could actually control this? Because I'm a firm believer, and I've said this before, if you could moderate your drinking, listen up, I'm going to say it again, if you could moderate your drinking, you would have done it by now, and you wouldn't have felt like you needed to take some time off. And I think somewhere along the line, us problem drinkers, we have adopted this idea that if I take a certain amount of time off from drinking, it's going to change my relationship with alcohol when I go back. I don't know where we get this, and I know I thought this many times before, but just from my own experience and being in community with a lot of other people, that's not the case. We think we can go back and maybe we can keep it in check for a little while, but more than likely we always end up going back to the regular scheduled drinking program we have. And then we're dealing with crap mental health, gaining weight, our relationships, our job, all those areas that you've seen the benefits in right now, they go back to where they were. And somehow we think we can outsmart the science of how alcohol affects our body. We think that we can take all these benefits into February and somehow incorporate drinking in a little bit, but still have the better mental health, the better sleep, lose weight, all these other things. And we're forgetting the fact that the reason we are seeing these benefits is because we are not drinking. I'm going to say it again. The way you feel right now, your better mental health, you probably woke up and you slept a lot better. Everything you're feeling right now is because you are not drinking. So this message isn't to condemn anybody who's going to go back to drinking, because I know there are people who are doing a dry January who don't have an unhealthy relationship with alcohol. I'm talking to the people that you know your relationship's not healthy and you have the receipts because you went through a lot of junk earlier this month when you took it away. So obviously your body and emotionally you were dependent on alcohol. So if you do plan to go back to drinking, you do need to have an honest conversation with yourself, okay? Dry January day 24, let's go.